This is Curtis Alexander. I'm a pharmacist. In this video, let's talk about what are the proven benefits of vitamin C. Now, I wanted to make this video because I made a video in the past that was somewhat critical of vitamin C, and it was how I believe megadosing vitamin C for years contributed to my thyroid problems. However, a lot of people made a mental jump and decided that I didn't like vitamin C, and none of that is true. Vitamin C is absolutely beneficial. In this video, I'll look at the benefits, what it does positive for your body, but I'll also talk about, do you need to supplement with it? We'll discuss that as we go along. So I want to hop right into it, first of all, by addressing the thyroid health issue, because it's a double-edged sword. Vitamin C, as you can see from number one here, it does benefit thyroid health. What we can see is that when you supplement, in the studies will be linked in the description, but 500 milligrams a day of vitamin C in hypo or low thyroid patients was able to see their TSH, or their thyroid stimulating hormone, go down, increase T4 and increase T3. Those are all great things for somebody with low thyroid. Now, dose too high and you start affecting ceruloplasmin, which is kind of a carrier protein for copper, and that's where you can start running into issues. So again, like so many of these supplements, we have kind of a happy medium that we want to hit. So this is why I continue to stress, you want to get vitamin C from the foods you eat, okay? But thyroid health can definitely be benefited. So can collagen synthesis. Now, collagen, we'll talk about this a bit later, but in this context, we're looking at skin, tendon, and cartilage. It is good for those things. That's because vitamin C is a cofactor, meaning for some of these enzyme processes to happen, you have to have certain things in place called cofactors. Vitamin C is one of those cofactors in collagen synthesis, okay? That's why you're seeing so many of these vitamin C serums, skin things. Totally another topic I'll get on another time, but yes, it does benefit collagen synthesis. It also benefits you hormonally. We do know from studies that follicle stimulating hormone can be increased in men. Testosterone can potentially be increased in sperm quality. Now, I want to point out the studies that are really supporting this were only done in rats. So to make the jump from animal to human is a big one, but there is enough evidence to suggest it might be beneficial in humans as well. Mouth health. We know when somebody gets scurvy, not enough vitamin C, they can get bleeding gums, their teeth can start to work loose. Also, that gingivitis, the inflammatory appearance in your gums, can be worse when you see vitamin C levels go too low. Again, you don't necessarily need to supplement with vitamin C to prevent that. Okay, let's talk about sleep, because it does help sleep, particularly the quality and the duration. It, interestingly enough, appears to help with sleep apnea. So if you're one of those people that is using a machine, there may be some reasons for that. You may also want to look at potentially supplementing with vitamin C. And it also helps with restless leg. That's a huge reason why a lot of people can't sleep. The one thing I'd mention about restless leg, I also think there's a mitochondrial or an energy supply component going on there, so make sure to take that into consideration. Now we have GABA and dopamine regulation. So with dopamine, it will actually help convert your dopamine to norepinephrine, and it improves GABA receptor function, which a lot of people, when they take vitamin C, they will notice that they feel more calm, okay? That's most likely the effect on your GABA receptors, which is kind of that calming effect. Iron regulation and absorption. Now, this is a big one because what vitamin C does is it can provide electrons, all right, to substances in your body. One of those is iron. It gets iron to a point where it can now form a chelated product in your body. Basically, this vitamin C iron chelated product, and improve absorption, which sounds great. It's also, much like the thyroid hormone, can be a double-edged sword because a lot of people have too much iron in their system. So vitamin C will increase iron absorption. So sounds great, but you also want to be careful if you have a lot of of iron, particularly in folks who consume a lot of processed foods. Vitamin C does lower cortisol. Numerous studies show this. However, what we're not sure about, we don't believe it's a direct effect of vitamin C, but more of a roundabout function in the body. Now, carnitine, number 9, this is an interesting one. Carnitine is something that you need to be able to bring fatty acids into the mitochondria and convert those to energy. Vitamin C, we believe, is required to make that happen. Two things there. I'm often critical of people who try to focus too much on using fatty acids as an energy source. But the second thing is there is some controversy around whether vitamin C is actually required for this. There's just a little bit of controversy, but I think there's enough evidence to suggest it does and that it's beneficial for producing carnitine. Okay. Number 10 is stroke prevention. Now, a couple of these, you can see 10 and 11 are going to be stroke prevention and cardioprotective. Really what we're finding here is that if somebody is healthier, they tend to eat better, they tend to consume more fruits and in some cases vegetables, which are higher in vitamin C. And so it kind of gets attributed to vitamin C, and that is fair. These people have higher vitamin C concentrations, but they're also more health conscious people. So not saying vitamin C doesn't help, it does. There's evidence to suggest it is helping, but these people are just healthier overall. So it's not just vitamin C. Now, number 12, this is an interesting one. Your adrenal glands, kind of think of those as stress glands, and they are probably the one that I know of that probably has the highest concentration of vitamin C in your body. So it's very important for the function of your adrenal gland. And like I mentioned earlier, vitamin C converts dopamine to norepinephrine. Norepinephrine is a hormone that's secreted in times of stress. So it's very important for your adrenal function, immune system function. This is a really good one, okay? Because yes, we've always heard vitamin C, if you have a cold, take it, blah, blah, blah. And there is evidence for that. It can help your neutrophils. We've seen it help phagocytosis, where it kind of goes in your immune system, kind of go in and engulf these invaders, break it apart, get rid of them, and oxidative generation, okay? The thing I want to talk about is that this is actually a place where megadosing vitamin C can be very beneficial. I put in right here Dr. Frederick Klenner. I am having a heck of a time talking today. But Dr. Frederick Klenner, if you go back and look this guy up, he was back like when the Spanish flu epidemic first came out, and he became a doctor and got into this high-dose vitamin C therapy. But he would use it for polio, for flu, for pregnancy. He always gave his pregnant women usually intravenous vitamin C. Some really interesting stuff. So if you're interested in vitamin C for immune function, that is a good gentleman to go look up and look at some of his work. However, I would say there's a yin and a yang there. You know, I've let it be known that I used to megadose vitamin C orally. I no longer do that. However, if I were coming down with something, I would not hesitate to take much larger doses of vitamin C. I do think it's beneficial for immune function. Okay, protection from free radicals. We clearly know vitamin C acts as an antioxidant in your body, and it plays a role in protecting you from free radical damage. Now, one of the things about free radical damage is a lot of times it can come from environmental things, those sorts of things. Those will also lower vitamin C levels. So if you're exposed to certain things, for example, if you live in an area where the air is polluted, or if you're a smoker, you're naturally going to have lower vitamin C levels. So supplementing is something you want to think about there. Interesting, regeneration of vitamin E. Vitamin C has been shown, along with things like glutathione and cysteine, to help regenerate vitamin E. And finally, we have bone health. This is, again, you have a collagen matrix. We talked earlier about how vitamin C helps collagen synthesis. You have a collagen matrix in your bone, so there is evidence to support vitamin C for bone health and also for lung health. We know that vitamin C can relax the smooth muscles in your trachea. We talked about the antioxidant and the immune modulating effect. Do want to point out these are animal studies, so they're far from being, proven be all end all, that kind of thing, but there's enough to suggest it's very beneficial. So those are the benefits, proven ones of vitamin C. I'll include a link to the studies. Let me know in the comments other topics you'd like me to cover, other things you'd like me to look into. I enjoy doing these videos and trying to educate you and also learn some things on my own along the way. So hope it was helpful, you guys. I will see you in the next one. Thank you.